Well, welcome again to Gaithersburg Ook Fest, to our virtual Zoom performer showcase and jam. And again, if this is your first time and if you're following artists, that's terrific. Yeah, I don't know how much they're paying you, but ask them for more. No, just kidding. But no, thank you all for being here and for encouraging us and the artists
And we hope you have a
especially.
great time. If it's a song that you remember back in the day in the 70s, 80s, whenever, and you feel like getting up and dancing, get up and dance. I
Yep.
mean, I mean, you're in your own home, right? You can do that. Um,
We're not going to spotlight
we're
you,
not
so
gonna
don't worry
we're
about
not gonna
that.
spotlight them. No, I guess we won't. Um, but anyway, this meant we're just here to have a good time and celebrate life and ukulele.
And then, if this is your first time, if you feel so inclined, it's like, oh, I want to share a song, we can do that at the end of the
At the
show,
end, from
where
four
we
to
have
whatever.
sort of an open mic. We call it Kanikapila, okay?
And
And
she's Hawaiian.
so you can offer to do that, and at the end, okay? So without further ado,
I
here
want
we
to
go.
introduce Michael Wallem. Hopefully I'm saying his name right. He's an interesting fellow. He's all over social media apparently, and he has a lot of funny stuff he does. I don't know if he's going to be share some of the humorous stuff with you. Hopefully he will. But that's why when I saw some of the stuff he did, and he said he would be willing to come on the show, I said I got to put you first and get that energy going. So without further ado, from England, living in England now, Michael Wallem.
No, you're still muted. You're still muted. There you go.
Hello.
Okay.
Turn the volume
Can you
up
hear
a little
me?
bit.
Yeah?
Turn your volume up.
My volume. I can't turn it. Can I turn
Okay,
it
you're
up?
fine. It's us.
Oh,
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay. My first song, as you are in America and Frank Sinatra, I think I'll do That's Life. My own way with a bit of trombone in it. That's the life. That's what old people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May. But I know I'm gonna say that you going on back on top in June. I said that's life, and that's that funny and it may seem. Some people get a kick, stomping on a dream. But I won't let it get me down. 'Cause this final world keeps spinning around. Come on, everybody. Well, that's one. Then I'm going to do a bit of Spanish. This guy, I see there's a few Brazilians around here. And I think he's called Rodrigo Amarante. And the song is called Tuyo from the Narcos series. And I'm going to try to do that. Soy el fuego que arde tu piel. Soy el agua que mata tu sed. el castillo, la torre yo soy, la espada que guarda el guadal, tú el aire que respiro yo, y la luz de la luna en el mar, la garganta que ancho mojar, que temo ahogar de amor. ¿Y cuáles deseos me vas a dar? Oh, dices tú, mi tesoro, basta, míralo, y tuyo será. Okay, so the next song is You're So Beautiful with Joe Cocker. And I'm going to do it my way, but Joe, yeah. You are so beautiful. Me, can't you see? Can't you see? You are everything I look for. You're everything I need. You are so beautiful. To me. Right, so let's see. I got yeah, this one is quite energetic. It's Ray Charles, I Got a Woman. Woohoo! Well, I got a woman way uptown. She good to me. Yeah, I got a woman way uptown. Good to me. She gives me money when I'm in need. Well, she's a good friend indeed. I got a woman way uptown. She's good to me. She says her loving early in the morning just for me. Oh yeah, she says her loving early in the morning. That was hard. So, I don't know how many minutes I got left here. And I got one I think is quite funny. It's The Good, the Bad, the Ugly from the film, and the guy who made that song many, many years ago. And then he died actually last year. So this guy is called The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. So. Where's my horse, boy? Yeah, so I think I'll finish off. How many minutes I've got left to going on?
If they're like that one, you have enough time for 2 or 3 more.
All right, so I'm gonna do this song. I can relate to this song because when I was young, I kind of got a few like dollars, and I can relate to this song. Is Eric Clapton? He made it. No, he didn't make it. He sang it later on, but it's an old song. And it's called "Nobody Knows You When You're Down and Out," and it's kind of I can relate to it. Once I used to live the life of a millionaire. I spent all my money, didn't really care. I took all my friends out for a mighty fine time. Oh yeah, I bought the bootleg liquor, champagne and wine. Ooh, no, 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 no. Nobody knows you. When you're down and out, and in your pocket, not one penny, no, no. And as for friends, you don't have any. Finally, I get back on my feet again. Everybody wants to be my long lost friend. It's very strange, without a doubt. Nobody knows you. Nobody knows you. Nobody knows you when you're down and out. Woo! Woo!
Okay, everybody, come off mute and show Michael appreciation. That was awesome. That was an awesome set.
Thank you.
Michael, if you want to go ahead and introduce the next artist, that'd be great.
Yes, I would like to introduce, I don't know them, but I've seen them, I've been checking them out on Facebook, and they are pretty hot. and they are the two ukulele players, and two they play and ukuleles in harmony, and they're called Calico. Go for it.
Thank you for the introduction.
Thank you so much.
We just wanted to say that was amazing. You rock.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Wow.
Well, we brought you a couple of songs tonight because it's evening. I know it's like noon in the US, but here it's 8 p.m. So prime time. And the first song was written much sooner, but it came out and topped the Billboard charts in 1938. It was performed by the Andrews Sisters, and the Andrews Sisters, the record company didn't have much faith in them. That's why they put the song on a B-side and not an A-side. But it still went to the top, and that's why we're going to play it now.
Bei mir bist du schön.
Of all the boys I've known,
And I've known some,
until I first met you,
I was lonesome.
and when you came inside, dear, my heart grew light, and this whole world seemed new to me. You're really swell,
I have to admit you
deserve expression
that really fit you.
and so I racked my brain hoping to explain all the things that you do to me. Bei mir bist du schön, please let me explain. Bei mir bist du schön means that you're grand. Bei mir bist du schön, again I'll explain. It means you're the fairest in the land. I could say Bella, Bella,
Even say wunderbar.
each language only helps me tell you how grand you are. I've tried to explain. Bei mir bist du schön, so kiss me and say you'll understand. Bei mir bist du schön, but let me try to explain. Bei mir bist du schön means that you're grand. Bei mir bist du schön, such an old thing, and yet I should explain. It means I'm begging for your hand. I could say Bella, Bella,
Even say wunderbar.
each language only helps me tell you just how grand you are. I've tried to explain. Bei mir bist du schön, so kiss me and say you'll understand. I could say Bella, Bella,
Even say wunderbar.
each language only helps me tell you just how grand you are. We've tried to explain. Bei mir bist du schön, so kiss me and say you'll understand. So kiss me and say you'll understand.
Thank you.
Now we have to change our instruments.
Instruments. So now we've looked far into the past, 1938, and now we're going to go look into the future. This is for all. We've recently started songwriting. This is our second song we've written together, and we thought, why not look into the future a bit? For everybody who's creating these babies, these songs of their own, and for us, the ultimate goal would be Billboard charts, to hear a song in the radio. Maybe some other people can relate. So here's to future songs of the Billboard charts. This one is ours. It's called Lovecraft. Enjoy.
Draw another card and watch my world crumble to pieces. Draw me into this scheme of your mind and the releases. Draw your weapon and aim it straight at my heart. Into your ear he would whisper in the dark of the journey on which he's about to embark, of marvelous science no man understands, and all it will cost is your face and your hands. Run, run away, run away. In the wastes of the south, a secret awaits, an unnamed evil behind stony gates. These creatures have long dwelled in our domain. Don't look back, or you go insane. Run, run away, run away. With the rise of the moon, they close every shutter. The trees all tremble, the leaves all flutter. Giant hoofs shake the carnival ground. The beast, the dark one, is coming around. Run, run away, run away. Draw another card and watch my world crumble to pieces. Draw me into this scheme of your mind and the releases. Draw your weapon and aim it straight at my heart. Run away, straight at my heart. Run away, straight at my heart. Run away, straight at my run away. Draw your weapon and aim it straight at my heart.
Thank you. Thank you.
So now back to the real Billboard charts. Our name, Calico, is so fitting because we love to mash up songs like the three colored cats, which sometimes look a bit strange because the colors do not quite fit. We do that with songs as well. And now we're going to play you not one, but three hit songs. Actually, one of them wasn't the number one of the Billboard charts in the US. It was more successful in Europe.
Yes.
But I think you should know at least two of them.
Yes. Okay, so we're here in the 80s, 90s, and 2000, I think 17. Just so you're prepared.
But how you doing? When he came in the room, there's a lot of girls I can do it, but I can't without I'm doing you. Forever in a minute. That summer night and Papa says he's got mellow in him. He got me feeling like sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to get used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be amused. It's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. Imagination, life is your creation. Ooh, in a Barbie world. When I met him, I loved him when I left him. It's fantastic. Like you can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. I had to tell him, I had to show. Na. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. Havana, ooh-na-na. Half of my heart is in Havana, ooh-na-na. He took me back to East Atlanta, na-na-na. All of my heart is in Havana. My heart is in Havana. Havana, ooh-na-na.
Thank you so much. It was so much fun. We have the honor to introduce the co-host. Now, Amy Kucharik. We hope we're saying this right. You know, we're from Austria. So we look into
just right.
It's a pretty common name in Austria, and it sounds totally different. But no matter.
How do you say it in Austria?
Kucharik.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So we researched you, and we're pretty impressed.
Of course, you're an awesome singer-songwriter, and we even found that song about the Lovecraft theme. we weren't trying to duplicate you.
But we thought it was fun that Lovecraft seems to be in the ukulele world.
Yeah.
Also love your illustrations. So here's Amy Kucharik.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for that. I've been daydreaming that I'll come to Austria and we can go on tour together and I can sing like a low harmony for your Bei mir bist du schön. Sorry, blah, blah. But, yeah, well, thank you very much. And thanks again to Nani and Keith for asking me to do this, for giving me extra work to do today. But I'm here to tell you a little bit about the Billboard charts, which is a funny topic for me because I have to say that over the course of my lifetime, especially as an independent singer-songwriter, I've cared very little about the Billboard charts because that's for people that are with major labels and who have this massive financial backing that can put them on the charts in the first place. And these charts, you know, the whole purpose is to sell more music, but it really promotes the music that's already popular. And so for those of us who are like little independent artists, it's kind of like, well, but on the other hand, I started researching this and it was very exciting to see how many songs that I love have been, you know, top 10 or top 100 throughout history. And so far, there have been already some songs that are in my repertoire that you guys have played, so that's really cool. But in 1936, January 4th, Billboard magazine published its first music hit parade. So actually that Andrews Sisters version of Bei mir bist du schön was not a Billboard hit, it was a a hit parade hit back in the day, and they started the music popularity chart in 1940, and eventually consolidated this into the Hot 100 by 1958. So this whole thing has gone through all these iterations throughout history. It used to be tracked manually by radio station DJs and record sellers filling out forms, and so they could fudge the data if they wanted to, and they would only report songs while that record company was promoting it, and they were getting money for it. So kind of interesting how that works out. But they've started using something called SoundScan since 1991, and that sort of automatically uses digital technology to track these record plays and things. So the popularity, they try to make it more and more fair as we go through time. And similarly, it used to be that the criteria for being a top 10 hit were from disc jockey playings and jukebox song selection and best-selling in record stores, because that was the technology that would really make these songs popular. But the way that we listen to music has evolved over time, and so they've changed things over time as well. And so now, we have, their methods have changed since 2005 to include paid digital downloads, digital streams, and more recently even YouTube plays. So there is hope for us little independent artists, maybe if we can get enough YouTube followers. But let's see here. How are we doing on time? I have another couple minutes to keep talking to you about the Billboard charts. So in July 1958, the last issue to call the composite chart the Top 100 happened, and then the following week they began the Hot 100, and that Hot 100 has spawned all these other charts for different genres, including rock, country, dance, bluegrass, jazz, classical, R&B, rap, electronic, pop, Latin, Christian music, comedy albums, catalog albums, and even ringtones for mobile phones. So lots of categories to consider there. One more change throughout history is that originally a song had to be commercially available as a single to be considered for any of the Billboard charts. And you think back to, if you've seen the records from the 1950s, they would put out these little single the little records with the big hole in them, right? And before that, even in the 30s and 40s, we had the single records that were the, I think, 78 RPM. And so it was unthinkable that you would put out music without releasing a single of a song that you wanted to be popular. But over time, there started to be an increase in album popularity. And so in the 90s especially, we saw a lot of record companies putting out albums and not promoting singles because they wanted to really boost the album sale over the single. And so the people were buying music changed, but also the way that they had to calculate. So instead of having the music have to be available as a single to be considered for the Billboard charts, they started tracking airplay for songs that were just included in albums as well. So a lot of songs in the 90s sort of, didn't chart that would have charted, like Natalie Imbruglia's hit song that I can't think of right now, Torn, was one of the songs, and like the band the Goo Goo Dolls had some hits that didn't chart like they could have because they weren't considered. But after I think it was 1998, they made that change. So before the 1970s, you would always offer a popular song to the public as a single. So that is sort of the overarching history of the way the Billboard charts have been tabulated throughout time. And I think that is the end of my time, and it is time to introduce Jenifer, unless Nani and Keith have anything they want to add right now. Nope. All right. So our next artist, I'm very, very excited to hear her play, and I'm delighted to introduce her to you. So I went and checked out her YouTube channel, and I was just blown away, and I was like, oh my gosh, how can I follow this performance? Because I was like, I'm gonna break out my finger style arrangements, and I'm like, doot doot doot. She's doing these frails and like all this intense finger picking. So she's from Brazil. She's been studying music for the last 23 years on classical acoustic guitar, which is how she built those crazy skills. Playing ukulele for the last 7 years. She's also a music teacher, and she does her own fingerstyle arrangements of everything from classical music to Lady Gaga, presenting Jenifer Cabrera.
Hi, thanks. Hello, everyone. I'm Jennifer. I'm very happy to be here. Thanks for this opportunity. The first song is Despacito by Luis Fonsi, and I hope you enjoy it. The next song is Shallow by Lady Gaga. The next song is the last song. Is "Break My Heart" by Dua Lipa. I love this song. Let's go.
You want to come off mute and show your appreciation to Jenifer
Thank
Cabrera.
Thank you for
so
joining
much.
us.
Where have
Today.
you
for
been?
having me.
Where have you
Interesting.
been?
Thanks again.
Wow.
I hope I
Wow.
see you soon. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
The next ukulele player was born and raised in Hawaii. He learned how to play the ukulele with the best. I saw his videos on Instagram and he's amazing. And now it's time for you to receive Arden Fujiwara.
Thank you. Thank you. What a great introduction. And what a great performance, Jennifer. It's a hard act to follow, man. My first tune is a tune that hit the top Billboard 100, and it actually hit the #1 spot. And the songs I will be doing today all hit #1. But this first one will be from Al Green, and they're all in chronological order. But it hit #1 in 1972, and it's entitled "Let's Stay Together."
That was great, Arden. Um, double check all your sound settings. I don't know if the gain is too high.
Okay, I can turn it lower.
Yeah, and maybe the volume up a little bit. When you play those really tender sections, we can barely hear you.
Okay, got it.
Thank you. Fantastic song, though.
Thank you. This next one is hit number one in 1980, and I've played this song here before. And actually, before I start, thank you, Keith and Nani, for having me and giving me feedback to do. I mean, I'm just so blessed to be, in a great lineup like this. But without further ado, the next song is entitled "Celebrate," and it was performed by Cool and the Gang. Thank you. The next piece is actually a tune from way past in 2014, and it hit number one. It's a tune called "Shake It Off" by Taylor Swift. Thank you. Uh, that was my last piece, and actually, I get the pleasure of introducing our next performer, who also hails from the island of Oahu. Uh, she was a student and is a teacher at the Roisukuma Ukulele Studios. Um, for those who are not from Hawaii or don't know, that is like the school. It was even back when I was growing up. That was, the, you know, the ukulele school to go to. Um, and back a few years ago, she became a Kolaha supported artist, and you can find her on Instagram and YouTube at Lauren Baba. That's Baa. Yeah, so at Lauren Baba. Without further ado, Lauren.
Hey, can everybody hear me? Okay, great. Thanks, Arden. I would argue that you're a pretty hard act to follow as well. But here it goes. The clock strikes upon the hour, and the sun begins to fade. Still enough time to figure out how to chase my blues away. everybody. I'm gonna jump into my next song now. It is a song by one of my favorite artists, John Mayer. So hopefully I don't mess it up too much. This is Gravity. I've got dreams to remember. I've got dreams to remember. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. One of the weird things that I noticed when I was prepping for this is all of the songs that I chose. I happened to be, what motivated me to learn it was the fact that somebody else had done the original song in a different way. And so I don't know, it was just something weird that I noticed when I was prepping for this. And that last version was inspired by John Mayer performing that live at the Nokia Theater in LA. This next one is a Oleta Adams tune, but Sam Smith redid it, and yeah, it kind of brings new life into the song. It's kind of interesting how another artist's creativity can inspire yours. So this is Get Here, and I hope I don't mess up. You can reach me by railway. You can reach me by trailway. You can reach me on an airplane. You can reach me with your mind. You can reach me by caravan, across the desert like an Arab man. I don't care how you get here, just get here if you can. You can reach me by sailboat, climb a tree and swing rope to rope. Take a sled and slide down slow into these arms of mine. You can jump on a speedy colt, cross the desert in a blaze of hope. I don't care how you get here, just get here if you can. The hills and mountains between us, always something to get over. If I had my way, surely you would be closer. I need you closer. You can windsurf into my life. Take me up on a carpet ride. You can make it in a big balloon, but you better make it soon. You can reach me by caravan, across the desert like an Arab man. I don't care how you get here, just get here if you can. I don't care how you get here, just get here if you can. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Do I have time for one more, or should I keep going? One more? Okay.
Looks like.
You know, Bob?
I will if you'd like.
Okay, yeah. I already know, but.
Oh. Sorry, should I do one more?
Lauren, it looks like you've got time.
Okay, great. This next song, this will be my last song, I promise, was originally by Bob Dylan and later redone by Adele. And yeah, this is Make You Feel My Love. When the rain is blowing in your face,
sound.
Oh, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. The storms are raging on the rolling sea and on the highway of regret. The winds of change are blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. I can make you happy, make your dreams come true. Nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you to make you feel my love. To make you feel my love.
Thank you so much today, guys. Nani and Keith, thanks again for the opportunity. This is so much fun and fun to see other artists play too. So I'm going to hand the mic back to Amy. You know her, you love her, but did you also know that she is going to be presenting 2 workshops in the upcoming weeks, March 18th and the 25th. So definitely check those out. And Amy, back to you.
Thanks so much, Lauren. Oh, it was really great to hear you play. That was really, really nice. Yeah. Cool song
Jim,
choices.
you on there? Oh yeah, to listen to Bob.
So let's see here. The first song that Lauren played was a Whitney Houston song, and Whitney Houston has the great honor of being one of the top 10 top artists of all time on the Billboard charts. So in order from 10 to number 1, according to one of the sources I looked at, which that's a weird thing about this Billboard stuff, is there's a lot of different iterations of the chart. There's the top 100 or the hot 100, and there's the top of the year, there's the top of the week. So depending on where you look, you find slightly different statistics, but it's pretty much agreed that these are the top 10 artists of all time from 1958 to at least till 2018. Rihanna at number 10, number 9 Whitney Houston, number 8 Michael Jackson, number 7 just beating him, his sister Janet Jackson, which I'm pleased to hear that. Number 6 Stevie Wonder, number 5 was Mariah Carey, number 4 Elvis Presley, number 3 was Elton John, number 2 was Madonna, and number 1, the Beatles. So the Beatles have the most number 1 hits of all time, 20 number 1 hits for the Beatles. And the Beatles and Madonna, up until a certain point, had the longest running number 1 hits as well. But in 2019, they were edged out by a song that we probably recognize as Lil Nas X's Old Town Road, if you're a fan of cowboys and rapping and playing that song. So anyway, that is the top 10 artists of all time. And I have a couple more minutes here, so let me see. What else do I have for you? So there's also the number of weeks spent at number 1, and a lot of the same people were on that list. Elton John, Michael Jackson. Mariah Carey has the most weeks at number 1, though, with 84 weeks at number 1. And I'm not sure which song that was. But second after Mariah Carey was Elvis Presley. And I know Hound Dog was a big hit for Elvis. The song which was written for Big Mama Thornton, by the way. and you know, also on that list, the Beatles. One of the artists that had a top, let's see, 50 weeks at #1, not in the top 10 artists of all time, tied for 50 weeks at #1, Boyz II Men and Drake. And just behind them, Usher and Beyonce. So lots of names you recognize probably because they're all super, super famous. And let's see, I also wanted to tell you that currently, right now today, as far as the last time I checked, the current #1 Hot 100 hit is Olivia Rodrigo's Driver's License, which I don't know, so I'll have to go listen to it after this. But that is some of the facts about that. The other interesting thing I found was that there are a lot of hits that were on the top 100 and then suddenly dropped off, and a lot of those ended up being Christmas songs, understandably. And so Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is You" is one of the big examples of that. Was like #1 and then just off the charts completely. Lots of other interesting facts out there about the top 100, but it is time now to introduce our next performer. So let's see, and Nani and Keith, if you have anything you want to add, just interrupt me. But we're gonna move on here. So our next performer, after a global career in music and video production, Bob Tigert ran away and joined the circus, which was where he, in doing his tightrope walking ukulele act, he discovered the possibilities that the uke created, including a target for knife throwing, avoiding flame throwing, also multiple uke juggling act that he did. And as a wild animal tamer, that was where he gained his name of the astonishing Bob Tigert. But he has also since then played on countless recording sessions, festivals, clubs, workshops, and showcases, and also caves in the Midwest as a spelunker.
A lot of caves.
Exploring the acoustic possibilities of the cave with the ukulele.
At least
part of this information is true. His band Bob's Your Uncle, based in Nashville, has 3 CD projects with more to come. So without further ado, the astonishing Bob Tigert.
Amazing, ridiculous. Thanks, Amy.
You told me to make stuff up.
Hey, and which part of that wasn't true? I mean, that's especially the target of the knife throwing. I like that. My wife would like that, actually. I'm going to do 3 songs that span 50 years. One from 1971. My buddy Phil Doss is down there, and he and I were in school together down in Memphis in 1971 when this came out. I'm going to do one from 96. It was written by a bunch of Nashville guys, and then I'll do one from now because I'm a geezer and I kind of am obligated to do something up tempo and fast and modern. So this is, they all have something in common too. They're all about dysfunctional men who are obsessive compulsive and testosterone driven to do crazy stuff. So all the women know people that they can relate to. This is called Just My Imagination. Yes. Each day through my window I watch as she passes by. I say to myself, you're such a lucky guy to have a girl like her is truly a dream come true. 'Cause of all the fellas in this whole wide world, she gave her love to you. But it was just my imagination running away with me. It was just my imagination running away with me. Soon we'll be married and raise a family. Oh yeah. Have a cozy little house out in the country with 2 kids and maybe 3. I tell you, I visualize it all. This could not be aging, for it's all too real, it seems. 'Cause it was just my imagination running away with me. It was just my imagination running away with me. Every night on my knees I pray, dear Lord, hear my plea. Don't ever let another take her love from me, 'cause I would surely die. Her love is heavenly. When her arms enfold me, I hear a tender rhapsody, but in reality, she doesn't even know me. It was just my imagination, just my imagination, just my imagination running away with me. It was just my imagination, just my imagination, just my imagination running away with me. Yeah, Temptations, yeah. All right. Changing over the baritone. For all the guys who took my baritone seminar the other day, yay, hooray for y'all. Nice to see y'all here. This was a song written by a bunch of Nashville songwriters. And well, it was written in 95, so by Tommy Sims and Wayne Kirkpatrick and Gordon Kennedy. Wayne Kirkpatrick writes for a lot of people here in town. But he wrote this song, and they wrote it while they're doing a bunch of different tracks for other people, and so they would write it in hotel rooms and send each other tapes and go, what about this? And then finally, one of those tapes made it to Eric Clapton. Eric Clapton cut it and it became Grammy Award-winning Song of the Year in '96. It's called Change the World, but it's got a Nashville thing. So it's called Change the World. If I could reach the stars, I'd pull one down for you and shine it on my heart so you could see the truth, that this love I have inside is everything it seems. But for now, all I find is it's only in my dreams that I can change the world. I can be the sunlight in your universe. You would think my love was something really good. Now, if I could change If I could be king, if only for a day, I'd take you as my queen. I'd have it no other way. And our love would rule across this kingdom that we made. I think I'm playing a fool, wishing for the day when I can change the world. I could be the sunlight in your universe. You would think my love was something really good. Now, if I could change, if I could change, if I could change the world. Oh, yeah. Thanks. When the band is going to play that, we're going to jam that one out. That's going to be a long one. You want to hear a great song, go to the internet and catch Eric Clapton doing that. All right, I'm going to do one last one. I'm the only guy I know my age that loves this song. I love this next song. I'm a huge fan of new artists that do great stuff. And there's a little controversy about this week. The Weeknd sold 7 million copies of this record. 7 million copies. Who sells 1 million copies? 7 million copies of this record sold. Didn't get a single Grammy nomination. It's been at the top of the charts for I don't know how long, 50 weeks or some such. Amy, I think it ties some of those other ones that you were talking about. So I love this song. And I was thinking about doing it a different way, like finger picking the whole thing. And I went, no, that's not being true to the song. This is called Blinding Lights. I love this thing. I don't have all the synthesizers that he does. I don't need them. I've been trying to call. I've been on my own for long enough. Maybe you can show me how to love. Maybe. I am going through withdrawals. You don't even have to do too much. You can turn me on with just a touch. Baby, I look around and this city is cold and empty. No one around to judge me. I can see clearly when you're gone. And I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I said, ooh, I'm drowning in the night. And when I'm like this, you're the one I trust. Hey, hey, hey. I am running out of time, 'cause I can see the sun light up the sky. So I hit the road in overdrive, baby. This city's cold and empty. No one's around to judge me. I can't see clearly when you're gone. I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I said, ooh, I'm drowning in the night. And when I'm like this, you're the one I trust. I'm just walking by to let you know I can never say this on the phone, but I will never let you go this time. Ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I said, ooh, I'm drowning in the night. And when I'm like this, you're the one I trust. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. I can't sleep till I feel your touch. Geezers rock, dudes.
Woo!
Thank you all. What a ridiculously wonderful afternoon this has been. I mean, how incredible. I mean, I don't remember. Nani and Keith, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember anything top to bottom has been as good as all this. Jenifer, I'm sorry. I was just left in a puddle on the floor. Arden's great. Lauren, kill me. Calico, I'm going on the road with you. I'll go with you as your glockenspiel player or your roadie or whatever you want me to do. Let me tell you something about this next lady who's coming up. I know a little bit about her, enough to get her into a lot of trouble, but I will tell you this. Amy Kucharik is a great, what you don't know, she's a great swing dancer. I mean, seriously, and she knows my son. Let me tell you, she's won a bunch of different awards. I saw her for the first time, what, Amy, 6 weeks ago, she did this thing. And I went, oh, golly, I hope this girl is good. Oh, man, I hope she's great. She started playing, and I went, okay, I'll take a back seat. This one, let me tell you, Amy Kucharik is the real thing. Listen to this girl. She is fabuloso. I love her, Amy Kucharik. We're going to play together sometime. I'm going to be on the same stage. I will open for you live anytime. Anyway,
Oh,
Amy Kucharik.
Thanks, Bob. That would be my honor. I'm wearing my Nashville shirt today, just for you. The Antique Archaeology. I played there. It's one of the few gigs in Nashville where you get paid.
Yeah.
You get paid by a T-shirt.
You got a lot of Nashville people here watching you here, so cool.
So they know that you don't, at least as a touring artist, you come to Nashville, you don't expect to get paid. It's like pass the hat. Maybe you get a beer. But anyway, here, happy ukulele community here, and I'm excited to play these songs for you. So like I was saying earlier, I thought I was going to bust out all my fingerstyle arrangements, and then I realized who the rest of the performers were, and I went, oh no. But I am going to attempt this is next one is a chord melody arrangement, and I've always thought of this as sort of the chord melody rite of passage for ukulele players. So I was excited when I saw that this had actually been the top #1 year-end single for 1948 for Pee Wee Hunt and his orchestra, but it was written earlier than that in the 1920s by Uday Bowman. And I know this song because I went to a workshop run by someone named Joel Eckhouse, who's a luthier and makes ukuleles, or at least he used to. But he also taught me to play this song, and his arrangement is based on a guy named Roy Smeck, who is very famous for playing this on banjolele. And so my arrangement comes from Joel Eckhouse and Marcy Marxer via Roy Smeck, and this is the 12th Street Rag, and I hope I can do it. All right, here we go. I made it. Yeah. So that's also on the SpongeBob show, apparently. And one of the few instrumentals that I play, and one of the few instrumentals to ever grace the top 100. So there you go, 12th Street Rag. I'm going to change gears here with my uke and play my other. So I got my low G. So from 1948, we're going to go to 1950 now. And this was a song that had also been around for a while, but it was a hit for Patti Page in November 1950. I was waltzing with my darling to the Tennessee waltz when an old friend I happened to see. I introduced her to my darling, and while they were dancing, my friend stole my sweetheart from me. I remember the night and the Tennessee waltz. Now I know just how much I have lost. Yes, I lost my little darling the night they were playing that beautiful Tennessee waltz. Now I wonder how a dance like the Tennessee waltz could have broken my heart so complete. Well, I couldn't blame my darling, and who could help falling in love with my darling?
Is that
so sweet? Well, it must be the fault of the Tennessee waltz. Wish I'd known just how much it would cost, but I didn't see it coming. It's all over but the crying. Blame it all on the Tennessee waltz. Hey, thank you. Thank you very much. So, Nani, I don't know if there is any way to make it so that I'm not a host, so that I don't get those little dings when people come into the room.
Yeah, I'll take care of that. Thank you.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. All right, so continuing on here, I'm gonna do a song from the '80s that is from my childhood, and a song that I love, and I dedicate this one to a friend of mine whose name is Hugh McGowan, who passed away about a week ago, and he used to cover this song, so. But this was a song that was a #1 hit for Tears for Fears. Let's see, peaked at #1 in June 1985. So this is Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
Welcome to your life. There's no turning back. Even while we sleep, we will find you acting on your best behavior. Turn your back on Mother Nature. Everybody wants to rule the world. It's my own design. It's my own remorse. Help me to decide. Help me make the most of freedom and of pleasure. Nothing ever lasts forever. Everybody wants to rule the world. There's a room where the light won't find you. Holding hands while the walls come tumbling down. When they do, I'll be right behind you. So glad we've almost made it. So sad they had to fade it. Everybody wants to rule the world. I can't stand this indecision. Married with a lack of vision. Everybody wants to rule the world. Say that you'll never, 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 never need it. One headline, why believe it? Everybody wants to rule the world. All for freedom and for pleasure. Nothing ever lasts forever. Everybody wants to rule the world.
All right, let's see. So it looks like I got time for one, maybe two more songs. I think one more song. So, sorry? Two more. Uh-oh. All right. So I have a couple of songs here that I've been thinking about doing. And I think I'm gonna go out with Beatles, and then maybe I'll do another Beatles song, since the Beatles are the #1 artist of all time. So this one is not their biggest hit, but it was a #1 for them in 1969. And this was a song that had something to do with the way that everything was tabulated, and so they originally peaked at #3. And then along with Come Together, this became the Beatles' 18th #1 single, surpassing Elvis Presley's record of 17. So this is something. And hope I don't mess up on this. All right. Ooh, let's shake everything out here. All right, try that again. Something in the way she moves
attracts me like no other lover. Something in the way she woos me. I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe in how. Something in her smile, she knows that I don't need no other lover. Something in her style that shows me I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe in how. You're asking me, will my love grow? I don't know, I don't know. You stick around now, it may show. I don't know, I don't know. Something in her way, she knows. And all I have to do is think of her. Something in the things she shows me. I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe in how. Hey, so that's my little arrangement on something there, and it's funny. I'm going to be actually on Thursday, this coming Thursday, I'm going to be teaching a workshop called Performing with Your Uke, and one of the things I was going to talk about is stage fright. And it's funny because I really don't get stage fright anymore, except for every once in a while I get nervous and my hands shake, so it makes it really hard to play finger-style ukulele. But the first time I ever had a huge freak out on stage, I was playing the piano, and that was like, so these days it's I try to channel it down into my leg instead of my fingers. But we'll talk more about that on Thursday at Performing with Your Uke. So thanks for all the sweet comments, by the way. That's been really nice. But I'm going to do just one last song here, and it won't go on for as long as their version does. But I was thinking about this. So this is one of the top hits for the Beatles. And I was trying to find the statistic on it, and I couldn't. But I know it is one of the hits that was their biggest, longest running. And it... I invite you to sing along with me at the end. We'll have a little sing along, and it's the part that goes na 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 na. And so if you want to come off of mute and sing along, I think it won't hurt at the very end of the song, and I'll cue you in for that. But this one, a couple of my students might be here, and we've been playing this in our fingerstyle workshop. So. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her into your heart. Then you can start to make it better. Hey Jude, don't be afraid. Then you begin to make then you can start to make it better. So let it out and let it in. Hey Jude, begin. You're waiting for someone to perform with. But don't you know that it's just you? Hey Jude, you'll do. The movement you need is on your shoulder. Na 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 na. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her under your skin. Then you begin to make it better, 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 better. Yeah! Here we go. Na, 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 na. Unmute yourself. Na, 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 na. Hey, Jude.
In the air.
Na, 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 na. Everybody. Na, 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 na. Hey, Judy, 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 Judy. Na, 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 na. Hey,
Jude.
you could even sing Hey You. Come on. Na, na,
Na,
na,
na,
na, na, na. Hey, one more of those, yeah. Na, 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 na. Hey,
Come back, kiss myself. Huh?
hey, we were almost together at the end there. Yeah.
Thank you
Nice.
so much. And oh, we're just so grateful for a wonderful co-host, Amy. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank
Did a
you.
wonderful job.
Thank you, thank you. And thank you to all of our other artists.
Michael Wallem from currently from England,
Yes.
And Calico.
from Austria,
And of course, the adorable Amy
and performing
Kucharik.
on the first time on the showcase, Jenifer Cabrera, and hopefully not the last.
Yeah.
And a returning performer, and we're so grateful, Arden Fujiwara.
From
Yeah.
Seattle, Washington.
And from Hawaii, Lauren Baba, thank you so much. And I'm glad the internet worked out. You didn't get kicked out because of the bad
You
weather.
forgot,
Yay!
you forgot about Bob.
Who?
Bob.
Who?
Oh, we didn't forget about Bob. the guy that joined the circus? Bob,
Target for the knife throwing?
This has been great.
thank you all so much. Now, what we usually do traditionally, we've been doing like if you want to share a song called Kani Kapila, just you can hang out. Artists don't feel obligated to stay on. You
There's
can.
some artists in the audience that have been on former shows.
Oh yeah, I know that. I see them.
They don't have to perform,
Yeah,
but
no
we'd be
pressure.
disappointed if they didn't.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Oh, no, I
who?
didn't say Calico. Never mind. He
Yeah, I
said
said Calico.
Calico. Yep. But yeah, so now they dress alike. Love Calico. But thank you all so much for being here. Yeah. So if anybody wants to unmute and share a song.
So we have to say this as a reminder. Our son and daughter-in-law, some of you know them as the L&L on the Beat team. That was with us basically all fall for most of their shows. They're going to get married next Saturday at 1 o'clock. So what we did was we pushed back this show one day, and it'll be 2 to 4 o'clock on March 21st, not the 20th. And that's going to be our TV show theme songs show. I think I said it right.
But you're welcome to watch the wedding because
We'll probably put something out.
it will be live streamed.
Live stream.
So we'll post
share it with
something.
everybody.
Yep.
They can have as many people as they want on that. Just
Yeah.
there'll be about 20 of us in the church.
Yeah. So 1 o'clock live stream East Coast.
Yeah. So that's a little bit of a change, and like Amy already said, she's teaching at 6:30, I believe, Eastern Standard Time or Eastern Daylight Time now. If it's to set her clocks ahead an hour tonight, and then followed by Stephen Espinola. I don't know if he set the record for attendance in a workshop, but if it was pretty close. So he teaches at 8 o'clock. It's part 2. Now, if you didn't make part 1, don't worry about it. You can still learn a lot in part 2 if you haven't signed up. He gave an excellent workshop this past Thursday. If you want to learn about Hawaiian strumming, that's his topic. And then Amy, actually, she didn't mention this, but she's going to be doing another workshop, I think the week right after this coming, on better bar chords, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And it might be the same evening as Bob and Lisa, who's in the audience today.
Cool.
They're gonna co-teach something about them blues, something about the blues.
We're trying to figure it out.
Yeah, but I know it's gonna be great. So we have a lot of good workshops coming up. Leni Kelly, she's in the audience. She's gonna be teaching one. Major chord scales practice or major scales practice. Yeah, so we have a lot of great stuff going on. Just as before we get on with the Kani Kapila, I haven't really said this to a lot of people, I don't think, but we're going to be reducing the number of events we're having in the spring. We're basically going to start 2 weeks and off 2 weeks, 2 weeks, off 2 weeks. The winter time we were off a week, on 3 weeks, off a week, so we're kind of trimming it down. And summertime we'll be off. We won't have any events, and then we'll have to see about the fall. We'll look at the pandemic and see where we're at with that. But thank you all for your support. It's just been awesome.
What you have done, Nanny and Keith, I mean, look at this. Look at the international lineup you had today. This is just freaking amazing. You guys are wonderful. I don't know what happened to make you guys the match point for the whole ukulele world, but man, I'm just telling you what, you guys have done a great job, and we all owe you.
Oh,
Amen.
thank you so much.
Amen.
Here, here.
You guys are amazing.
There's a gentleman in the audience from England today, Peter Moss. I'm going to embarrass him a little bit, but we actually got on Facebook Messenger and we were talking face to face, and it means a lot to me, Peter, when you allow me to talk with you. And if you told me a couple of years ago I was going to have a good relationship, a special relationship with Peter Moss, I would have said, nah, I don't think so. But he's really, really wanting to come to our 2022 festival, in-person festival. And of course, we're really hoping we can have it. And he told me it's really special. He says, you guys are on the top of my list, basically. I'm paraphrasing, but that just means so much, to me. And I've told many people that we're gonna have a hard time trimming down the artist list.
Yeah, that's the problem we're gonna have. Who do we not invite?
Who do we
oh
not
my
invite?
gosh!
It's gonna be
So many people
gonna be hard,
from all
but,
over the world. But
it's a good problem to have, right?
yeah, for sure.
I guess some of these people from Tennessee might want to come up. Who knows?
Oh, cheap.
Oh, maybe.
But we've just been blessed so much, and we just started off really small, just wanting to help artists out with creating